Nothing beats the fight game when you're involved in it. All of my friends have been to prison. I was out doing no good, and then all of a sudden I'm the person who wants to go to the gym every night. I got a 50 grand signing on fee for someone who's probably never had a hand in the bank, and 25 grand a fight. It was mad. No one else put pressure on me. I wanted to be the best. Trained really hard, just wanted it that bad. I hated losing. So I was going everywhere and just winning golds. No one was touching me. 19 points down, the coaches threw the towel and he went, just get out. You've got no chance winning, they're not going to let you win. Your hands get taped and bandaged, so that would be quite hard. And you feel like getting balls. You're going to be getting punched in the head. As long as you're tough and you're strong, you're going to stay there and keep getting punched in the head. People who don't know boxing are saying you crap, and I'm thinking, freak man, you need to train and live the life. If you want to be the best, you've got to keep living that life. It didn't come by fluke, it come by hard work. I love boxing, yeah, I never not love boxing.
This is Big Shot TV YouTube channel. Please don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe.
Today, we're joined by Frankie Gavin, former professional boxer and world amateur champion. Frankie was one of Britain's most talented amateurs and went on to compete at the highest level professionally. We're going to talk about his journey, the early promises, the pressures, the mistakes, the reality behind the hype, and life after boxing. Frankie, thanks for sitting down with us today. Let's start at the beginning. Where did you grow up, and what was life like in the area at the time?
I grew up in Yardley, Birmingham, and not too bad, good lad. It was a single parent I had, so she had to do everything really for us. But yeah, it was different to it is now. It's a lot worse now. I think the outside streets are. And I started boxing. I remember my next door neighbour was having a little fight on the grass with someone with gloves. His name's Nathan Nash. Quite known a lot on the on licensing in Birmingham. We had a lot of fights. And the man come out and said, "You're not bad, you've got me in the gym." The rest is history.
Okay. Obviously, growing up in Yardley, did you feel safe as a kid, or was you forced to grow up fast?
No, I felt safe as a kid. I hang around with kids who weren't the best kids, went to prison and stuff like that. Yeah, and never got bullied or nothing. I was probably with the people who were more known by people, and people wouldn't really say stuff to us. Okay. And obviously I had a good upbringing with my mum. Was she made sure everything was done right. We went to school every day, stuff like that. So yeah, I didn't really get taunted on the streets really with boxing and school and stuff like that.
So you just grew up with a single parent?
Yeah.
Where was your father around?
I don't know, I didn't know him. He died last year, but I didn't know, so no relationship there.
Okay. What kind of kid were you growing up in school? Was you quiet, a troublemaker, or was you quite popular?
I wasn't quiet, definitely weren't quiet. I've never been quiet, so yeah, I had a few fights in school, but yeah, I was like just a cheeky kid, trying to terrorise everyone, but not in like a nasty, I wouldn't really go around hitting people, but I was always up to no good.
Okay. When did you first experience real pressure or hardship in your childhood?
Probably when I started boxing, really. I'm one of them people, whatever I do, I don't want to lose. I'm really competitive. Say if I'm walking to racing my 4-year-old son, he'll never trip him up rather than let me, stuff like that. So I want to win with everything. So pressure was myself. No one else put pressure on me. I wanted to be the best. I didn't like losing, stuff like that.
Okay. And what was your first exposure to boxing? If you want to elaborate more on that.
It was the Irish Centre in Birmingham, in Digbeth. It's closed down now. I was only boxing 10 days before it, and we went there, and I didn't know I was fighting or nothing. They made us weigh in. Next minute you're fighting, so I didn't even know I was fighting that day.
Okay, so you just got put straight into it.
Right, and yeah, I lost that fight on a split decision on a kid called Jamie from Bradford. He was hard and fast AVC.
Yeah.
And I lost that, and I won 11 on the bounce then.
Okay.
Yeah, I was naturally, because it was so competitive, it worked for me.
Okay, why boxing? Why not football or something else?
I loved football. I was always playing football, and but when you see something like with football, it might give you that buzz of a win, but nothing that gives you a buzz of winning in boxing. So it's a one-man sport, so there's not 11 of you getting the hype and everything. When it's just yourself, it's all about you.
Yeah.
When you lose alone as well. But when you win, and it's all you.
Yeah.
Don't say, "Oh, he scored a good goal, he passed that." You beat that person up.
Yeah. Would you say boxing was an escape, or was it a passion, or was it like a survival at that time?
A passion and an escape, not survival, but passion and escape. Definitely, I've loved it. and it escaped me from the streets. Like, all of my friends have been to prison.
Yeah.
All of them, the ones that go from 16 to 28. My main friends all went to jail, apart from the ones who had their life thing. I got a lad called Romain there. He's like, oh, he knew what he wanted, and he put no work. I know, like, cause Sean, he had his goals set. I wish I had goals set. I wish I had a backup plan like these kids had.
Yeah.
When I finished boxing, obviously, but going and saying people talk about that. But yeah, definitely helped to me escape from all the badness.
Yeah, so do you think without boxing you would have been in a bad position today? Honestly.
I think so, yeah. I would have been in jail once. 100% I believe that.
Okay.
If I was with the wrong people, doing the wrong things. So yeah, definitely. These lads who done them things, made sure I weren't around when they done them things.
Yeah. Did you ever feel like boxing was your only option?
Yeah, I wanted it to be my only option though. You know what I mean? Like, it weren't put on me like that's my only. That's what I wanted. I wanted to box. I didn't want nothing else. Do you know what I mean? That was the option I chose.
Yeah.
We ever chose me, I chose boxing.
Yeah.
And then obviously there's times where you fall out of love with it, you think I want to do it no more. But at the same time, now I'm 40, if I got told I could rock back 20 years, I'd do it, and I'd do so many things differently. But obviously you don't have the knowledge you have at the end of when you start.
Of course. Who believed in you early and who didn't?
I was at school, obviously I'll always talk about my boxing in school. They'll go, yeah, but you need something else. You need this, you need that. Stuff like that. In school I didn't. And then in year 11, I won this title called the England Schoolboys, you're the best in England.
Okay.
And they can contact your school then and send them a certificate. Then the school believed the hype, and it's like really I was the number one in the country. Where like I was the number one in the country. I had 5 people. There was hundreds who done it around your way and age. You go in championships, Birmingham, the Midlands. Then you go to quarterfinals, and they're people from all their areas who all had to fight to get through their regionals. So like they're quite a good people. And then when I was just going for GCSEs, I got a phone call 3 days before. Do you want to come to America, the Junior Olympics, in Michigan? So I went into the school, explained, I was going anyway, nothing was stopping me. But I explained to them that I'd be like picked for the Junior Olympics to represent Great Britain.
How old are you?
16.
16 at the
Yeah, okay. When the GCSEs were happening,
Yeah.
I said, listen, I'm going, but I would like permission to step on you. They knew it was my thing then, they knew I was going to do. Yeah. I come back with a gold medal, so it was all worth it.
Okay, so did everyone around you push you to become a boxer, would you say? Did everyone believed in you?
No one pushed me to stick at it,
Yeah.
keep at it. I didn't say God, but the people like my best mate Mickey Blagger, he from the beginning who say yeah, be everyone who be he was the main one who I think who believed it. He believed it more than I believed it.
Yeah.
He was mad, like he used to say to me, yeah, he's wicked, so you can't hit him, this is that. I was thinking he's talking a bit more cheer like yeah, but he believed in it from the beginning.
Yeah.
And from that, and obviously Tom Cheney, he believed it. He seen things I didn't see, and a lad called Stephen McHale, Bill from Holgreen, we had them as coaches. And they seen things what obviously I couldn't see. I weren't looking in that way.
Oh, yeah. So you started boxing at what age would you say?
12.
Okay, and how old was you when you turned amateur?
I was in the gym 10 days.
So straight away you turned amateur? Okay, I didn't know that. What sacrifices did you make as a teenager for boxing? So for example, missing school, not being around friends?
Didn't really miss school much. So my mum wouldn't let me miss school, so I didn't really miss school much. Yeah. But I got suspended a few times, and they knew it wouldn't bother me. I don't care. I mean, I always boxing, but they'd do my coach up, so he'd discipline me.
Yeah.
But he was one of us. He's one of the lads. He was, yeah, I'll kick him out of the gym for a week. But he'd be outside the gate waiting to pick me up and take me to the gym. Okay. So yeah, he'd go there. In the end, I wouldn't tell me off. They'd ring him, and I think he was telling me off, but he wasn't. Yeah. He was just going, yeah, we're going to gym now. We'll do 5 days in the gym. Like, we had championships, and we knew we always had fights coming up, so he knew they were coming. So like in Manchester, there'd never a time I got in that ring with Tom where I weren't ready. I weren't in shape and I weren't physically, mentally ready. He knew what buttons to push me. Even he knew the people to be around me. He was mad, he knew me better than me.
Not fair.
Like, yeah, so no one's like people would be told not to come to the gym. So when I'm down that weight or I'm in the zone or whatever, he knew how to be around me. Like the times I wouldn't have got in that ring if he weren't there. I would have pulled out weeks before. Yeah. But he knew how to get me in the zone, which was good.
Yeah. And how many amateur fights did you have?
Well, about 145.
145.
I won about 126, but he weren't all rosy at the beginning. When me and Tom first got together, I think I lost 7 or 15 that year. I think it didn't all look straightforward. Yeah. And then I did lose for like 40 fights. I won a few titles.
100. How many fights?
145, 104 and about last 19, I think it was.
Yeah, that's impressive.
I won my last 40, roughly about my last 40 I won.
Yeah. Nowadays, a lot of kids don't have much amateur fights. before turning pro. How important is an amateur career before you turn pro?
Yeah, it depends how you look at it. I think it's really important. Like Curtis Woodhouse is pro boxer, British champion, but he played football in the Premiership for Blues and Sheffield United. He thinks the amateurs is crap. He doesn't believe in it. He takes away all your other things. But I believe amateurs massive. Just to learning how to hit and not be hit. And now he's getting more involved in the pros, into the program. You got your 3-minute rounds, slow down a little bit. So I think it's massive.
Yeah.
The unlicensed stuff, I don't really like it.
So you advise all the kids that want to become boxers to have as much amateur fights as they possibly can.
How much amateur as you can.
Yeah.
So the only thing about doing license with the pros, it's a bit, now and again, like, it's just a bit dodgy. You're not looked after. If you especially at the lower level, sometimes they don't get paid.
Okay.
You don't get you get put in the hard fights. Where with the unlicensed, I've always said, I've been there judging shows. I've been told, make sure he wins.
Okay.
If he gets battered, make sure he gets his hand lifted.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Okay, so there's a lot of controversy at the
Yeah,
moment.
I wouldn't be a judge. I'll be honest. I don't want to be a judge because they won't know. Yeah, I'm probably going to cheat for you. Not because I'm a cheater. It's just I'm that person.
Yeah.
I feel like I owe them something.
Okay.
But I just can't do it, and then I can't do make no mistakes. Then look, don't get me wrong. As a pro and stuff like that on the pro scene, I do it by the book. But no one could tell me who to pick because they like you more because of that. I'm just gonna go straight down the line and tell you won. But on the license, you go there, your mates are fighting and that, and they don't really mean nothing. So yeah, you won.
In 2006, you also won lightweight gold at the Commonwealth Games in Australia. How old was you at the time, and can you walk me through your experience?
I was 19, yeah.
Yeah.
And I remember we were in Australia. Then when you decide, like, it's the easiest major tournament, like you got the Commonwealth, the World, Europeans and the Olympics. It's the easiest of the lot, to be fair. And there was a lad from Romania called Bobinat, sorry. And he just won, he just beat the 2 reigning Olympic bronze medalists, the Kazakhstan and the Russian. So I was all panicking and that worried line. But the England coach, Terry Edwards, me and him were like really close.
Yeah.
And he knew me as well. I think he used to speak to Tom Chaney and knew how to be around me and stuff like that. I remember I drew him first round. We were the 2 best. So damn, I drew the best kick first round.
Yeah.
So I'm worried, and the coach put to, why are you worried? He said, this fight is, you won't lose this fight. So I know what I've got, we'll win. I remember I beat him easy, like 16-5. Then in my eyes, I wouldn't let Commonwealth now, I've just be the best kid. Then I boxed the Indian the day after, and he weren't a bad lad. He won silver at the next Commonwealth Games. And I beat him by about 13 points, but I already beat him just before in the Commonwealth Championships in Scotland in a fight, and I beat him easily.
Yeah.
So I knew about him, and them 2 were the best 2 kids in the tournament. 100%. There's no one in my way up better than them. Then I boxed a Nigerian the next day, and like I stopped him, I think, in a few rounds. Then I boxed the Australian, and he was like the golden boy. Lenny Sapakifigna, yeah, he boxed on world title as a pro. He had like 48, won about 45, he knocked loads out in a banger. Then I stopped him in 3 rounds as well.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and everyone was looking like. And in the final, I boxed a kid called Giovanni, fronting from Mauritius. And he come pro over here and he'd been the journeyman over here.
Yeah.
And I remember getting there, said, this is like a major tournament, like everything's run by the book. Remember, I got to the ring, looking, you're on in 5 minutes. Didn't even do a hair pad. Threw my gloves on, walked down and beat him. And I won the first round 10-1, and then I think it was 23-9, something like that.
Yeah.
So, but I remember, that's when I first realised, like, actually, after all them fights in this competition, it does get hard in the final. I wasn't even like, I was stiff, I was sore. Going in there to my 5th fight in like 8 days. In
the following year, in 2007, how did winning the World Amateur Championship change you? As you became England's first ever winner at the event. Where was this event taking place also?
It was in Chicago. It was in the Chicago, Illinois, the university. It was there. And it was mad because I remember going there, there was a Russian in my weight called Tashchenko. Everyone was like, he was the pound for pound best damage in the world. He'd beat my teammate, stopped him the year before. Shouldn't have got stopped to give the Russian loads of points. He would have won, but he shouldn't have been a stoppage.
Yeah.
And they're just, you don't beat the Russians anyway, like, they'll give them everything. And I remember going there and I said, how'd you get someone in gold? And like, everyone looked at me like, nah, that Russian's there.
Yeah.
And there's an Azerbaijan kid as well called Roman Yabanov. He went pro. And he was just on it, really game, non-stop punches. So in the first round, I could box a lad called Omar Ward from Barbados. And I remember beating 20-0, dropped him 3 times.
Yeah.
And I got out of the ring, then he was like, the next day before the fight, he could come and change you. He was like, you're the best, you're this, I've never seen anyone move. And he was lifting me up at every single fight inside. He was coming in the change room before, yeah, you're going to win, man, I'm going to beat you.
Yeah.
And well, he's just like mad, like he's giving me loads of confidence. The next day, I drew that. I drew the Kazakhstan kid, Merli Ashirov. He went and won the next World Championships
Okay.
at the weight above. And I thought he was only young, a couple of years. I was only 21, he was probably about 18, 19. I remember he would game like he kept coming. I beat him comfortably, but he kept coming.
Yeah.
I said it to him, I said, he's good, he's something about him. Then he obviously won the next Worlds.
Yeah.
Then in this quarter-final, I boxed that Jamov, the Azerbaijan kid who just kept coming. But I seen him, he's really struggling to make the weight he was. He had a man silver sweatsuit only because his eyes in his mouth. Really, he's only for 2 hours, then we fought 3 hours later. And I remember coming out straight away, I threw a fight, slip, bang, put him down the fall. Sweet defeat, I didn't expect that. And then I had to beat him comfortably then. Then I boxed the Turkish kid in quarterfinals. He was the world junior champion coming into and he was only young when he was on it. He was game just swinging for high heavens like. And I beat him comfortable. Then I had the Russian. And I remember going in, I was confident I could beat him. But after the semi-final, the quarter-final against the Turk, the coach said to me, look at them, the whole Russian team were there watching me, even Tishenko. Because they don't do that. They're worried. So they don't do that thing, they just stand it. So then going semi-final, I was 4-1 down after the first round. I went back to the corner, you're 4-1 down. I went, how? I said, I'm winning this. I thought I was winning. He said, listen, do me a favour. Just go out and put it on him. Well, let's see how he goes. If it's not going well, we'll just pull you out. Like, I'll be getting cheeky. I went to Italy. I had a good first round. I was 19 points down. The coach just threw the towel and he went, just get out. So you've got no chance winning. They're not going to let you win.
Okay.
I knew I've had that experience before with Terry. And Terry said, just go. So when I won the next round, I think it was 10-1.
Yeah.
10-1 on something like 9-1. So I was ahead then. Then he was just coming and walking onto shots. So I was catching him. I think I beat him by about 10 points. Then in the final, I had the Italian. I remember I was killing myself to my weight. And he'd walk past me like with a Mars bar and he's laughing at me. I thought, you prick, and I'm skipping off the day before. Then in the morning he comes to me, he goes, we met today, we make history. I went, fuck off, mate. I remember that Mars bar. And then, he's the kid I got beat by in Italy when he was a good fight. And just put him 19 points up straight away. I said, I'm going to stop it. So he threw a towel in, so I got stopped.
Yeah.
And then I boxed him again 3 weeks later in England. And I don't know what happened, he just wasn't fit. He was winning after 2 rounds and he just got tired and I put it all over him. And I won that. Then obviously I beat him in the world final by about 10 points.
Yeah. How did you feel winning this?
Yeah, you're number one in the world, ain't you? Anything you've ever aimed to do, you're number first and only British person to ever do it still. Someone won a silver this year. And there's no Russians no more. And Russians were the best lot. And they don't let the Russians in no more. So it's, when you think all the years, Andy Joshua, Luke Campbell, 2 Olympic champions, James Kell, they couldn't do it. No one's ever done it, so you feel like, yeah, the first ever.
Yeah.
Buzzing.
At this point, did you realise you was different to other fighters?
I was different. I just trained really hard. I had a good style and I just wanted it that bad. I hated losing.
Yeah.
I don't want nothing come like natural. I think nothing was there. I had to try and work as hard as anyone for it. I used to really kill myself to make the weight.
Yeah.
Like in the Worlds, I was losing 6 pounds every night to make the weight the next day. I had to really struggle to do it. It wasn't like I'd come natural or it wasn't by hard work. It was really hard work.
Yeah. And after becoming the first ever to do this for Britain, did fame or attention come suddenly?
People knew who I was before that, was the Commonwealth Games.
Yeah.
In the Commonwealth Games, like we were the best team. We went and won all the golds. Like we won everything. Probably the best. But I believe our team was the best team still to this day of Olympics, Worlds, any team GB's ever had, because we all were up there with the top 5 in the world or whatever. We were all flying.
Yeah. At this point of your career, did you feel pressure instead of confidence? Or did
like I said, the pressure was on myself. I wanted to be the best. I knew how good I was. But around them times, I was going everywhere and just winning golds, winning everything. No one was touching me.
Yeah.
I think them couple of years I was in touch of what I would have been. And like I was boxing the European champion at the weight above, going there the week notice and beating them. So I believe I was the best in the world at 2 weights at that time.
Yeah. So that's how you felt within yourself?
Yeah, yeah.
The best?
Yeah.
Yeah. In your amateur career, you sparred Amir Khan. Can you talk to me more about this and your relationship?
Yeah, we were saying, I mean, he was one of the lads. He was sweet, like nothing. He'd be up for the crack. We'd go out, place, not drinking or nothing, but we'd go, so he'd be with us.
Yeah.
Saying before the Olympics, I was kicked off the team. We'd done a bit of a mess around in France, so they kept me off for a couple of weeks. So I was thinking about going to Boxer Island, and I think they got wind of me. And like I said, I was probably 19, 20. They didn't want me going on another team, going to Ireland and boxing for them.
Yeah.
They rang me, do you want to come spar Khan? I said, well, but like, I've got 3 months money down. I said, your money's in your bank. But back then you didn't have online banking and that, was all just like working.
Yeah.
And like getting cash in hand. And then check about my money's in there to keep me on, like, and I just thought I was getting kicked off. That's how I was looking at going elsewhere. And I remember the first part, I absolutely played with him. I remember I was moving, I was boxing, walking onto everything. And then I thought, I'll do alright. And he's already, just before he gets to the Olympic Games. And then he just kept me sparring me, and I called Neil Perkins. Neil Perkins was like the world bronze medalist the year after the Olympics, and he was just, say, he was stronger than us, so he'd make Khan work all the time. I'd be trying to make it slippery, move my feet, because none of us could stand me Khan, because he'd be quick.
Okay.
So we had to use our feet.
You wanted to call him out and fight him when you turned pro. Was this a rivalry?
No, I went to him as an amateur. Twice we were mates. Told me I went to the box office in Crystal Palace in 2004. Or 5, and it was 2005, and he was there, he was on there, and then for some reason he never went in the weight, he never went in.
Yeah.
And then before the ABAs were bringing the same weight, and he went up a weight, even though we could still make the weight, and I went out, I won him at 60, he went up weight, and he pulled out, he got dropped, and he pulled out. And as a pro, it's just, listen, I won't pro, he's the name, who's the one to beat. So you mentioned that person's name.
Yeah. So why did that fight not happen?
So as a pro, I didn't get to the heights I should have, to be fair.
Okay.
And so he was never in the pipeline with him. He was with Brook, like obviously I boxed Brook, but he was never in the pipeline with Khan. He was above me. So as an amateur, I was on that level. As a pro, I won.
Okay. Did you feel England fully supported amateur boxers at that time?
Yeah, fully. Yeah. Audley Harrison winning the gold in 2000 got us good funding. We didn't have to work.
Yeah.
We could go to our camps every week, knowing we're going to get paid, food, expenses, travelled a lot. Then we were looked after, yeah. Injuries, everything. Psychologically, mentally, we needed something. That would have got it there for us.
Yeah.
So they fully backed us, yes.
Okay. Looking back, were there warning signs of burnout in your amateur career?
In 2005, I won the World Championships, had 32 fights that year, won 30, lost to the Italian when I got cheated. I lost to Mario Kindling, the Olympic champion. And England said he's not going, so I'm moaning, like, why? Then the year after, you have to fight for your Commonwealth Games spot. They said, so I went in the ABA, so they had 30 fights that year probably. And they rang up, get him out, he's not boxing, he don't need to, he's the number one.
Yeah.
He's by far the number one. There's like 6 of us on that Commonwealth team who knew we were going before they come.
Yeah. Did you ever fear losing your identity outside of boxing? As at this time, boxing is your whole life.
No, I wasn't that person who could have walked around the streets thinking I'm the man, I'm being headed. Because my friends wouldn't have let me. They would have said, what are you doing, you prat? Shut up and lie.
Yeah.
I mean, people, I found good people having family support and everything. So now I knew what I was doing, I knew how I had to be like. And sometimes like I didn't live the life, I'd go out partying and stuff like that, but that's on me, no one else.
Yeah.
And I should have done a lot more than I did as a pro, but
we'll get to that down the line. So, 17 years ago, you were gutted for not making the Olympics Games in Beijing, 2008, due to not being able to make weight.
Yeah.
Can you walk us through that experience and how you overcame that hardship?
Like I said, in the World Championships, I was losing £6 a night. I was at that weight for years. And physically, I just outgrew the weight, and it happens. You know what I mean, change just happened to me. I had the biggest one in the world, but one of them, isn't it? And yeah, done what I did. There's a lot of pressure on me to win gold because I was the favourite. I was the world number one, but it just weren't meant to be. Like Frank Warren rang me up by 6 months before and said, "You're on a time pro now. I'll sign you." And now I wish I did, but at the same time, we never. And I did it. So it is what it is.
Yeah. Talk to me about the difficulties of making weight. You mentioned sometimes missing meals just to make weight.
Oh yeah, you miss eating, not meals. Yeah, that is. Okay. I mean, you drink the bare minimum. I was one of them. I didn't trust the process. You drinking 4 litres a day, having 4 meals a day. So I'd literally starve, maybe have an apple or say a little wrap twice a day, something like that, little bits of water, and I've been walking around drier than anything 3 weeks before fight. So I didn't trust the process, which I know now is the process.
Why did you not trust it?
I don't know. I just couldn't see how you could eat so much in my weight.
Was you just stubborn at the time? Would you say?
I just naive.
Okay.
Guys didn't believe it.
Yeah. Was weight cutting detrimental to your career?
100%, yeah. I've always I don't know how long I've had diabetes, but I'm a diabetic.
Okay.
Making mine got harder and harder as I got older. And things just go a lot. I feel like I've had ADHD and everything come alive, and I feel like everything's good. Everyone else speaks to now says you definitely hate growing up. But at the time you didn't have things to help you with it, and now you do.
Yeah. Looking back, if you had a good nutritionist or more discipline, would you say that this affected your career, your trajectory of your career?
Discipline was never nothing to do with training. I train every day as hard as anyone, and I'd be first, last day. It's nothing to do with that. Nutritionist, I did have a good nutritionist, Kerry Kay's, saying people he's the best in the world, one of the best in the world. I just didn't trust the process with the food and drinking so much. And just, like I went out partying, but I didn't go out partying early on, just towards the end. I had some family bad news. I won't talk about that, but I had some issues with family things, and it played a big part of my life, and it set me off the rails a bit. But luckily I got back on and sorted myself out.
Yeah. Let's say you made it to the Olympics. Would that have been one of the most profound accomplishments of your career?
100%, yeah. Like I say, it's probably the biggest in terms of papers and all the public, but the world's must be harder. If we probably had 20 Olympic champions more,
yeah,
we've only had one world champion.
All right then. Why did you turn professional when you did?
It was the right time. Any time before wouldn't have been the right time. Maybe the year before could have, but before that I was just not mature enough.
How old was you?
22.
22 at the time?
Yeah, 23 even my first fight. But I just wasn't mature enough. I was in a body still. I was beating men, but just because I was so hard to hit, I was so technically correct.
Yeah. Who signed you as a pro?
Frank Warren was the first one I signed with for Sports Network. And to be fair, probably the best promoter I've ever had. I know I went with Eddie Hearn, but I was closer with Frank. And what Frank said I got, or stuff like that, he had a soft spot for me, and I trusted Frank, and I wish I never left him, but things happen when you move on. But yeah, Frank Warren.
What was the offer, if you don't mind speaking?
Yeah, well, I got a 50 grand signing on fee for someone who's probably never had a grand in the bank, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was mad, and 25 grand a fight.
So how long was you working with Frank Warren?
About 6 years, I think.
6 years, and then who did you go to next?
Eddie Hearn,
okay.
Yeah, we weren't really enough for Geordie Pro in there, so it's just fight off.
Yeah.
Decent good one here, come on. It could be my biggest fight of my career, Kell Brook.
Yeah.
So we delivered that, and then I just went for a few over with Howard Johnson from BCB then.
Yeah.
He's my current partner's promoter as well.
Yeah.
And he's with Frank. We just, what you see is what you get. Don't be around the bush. You don't say, I'm going to give you this if you can't deliver, to tell us what you can. But when I went with Terrell, I already had a European top in line, but obviously I was probably able to get it all over the line and on my own. I asked her what to deal with. I mean, in the end, they were ended up coming over, doing my corner and everything. It's mad.
Who did you prefer working with at the time?
Frank Warren's been the best I've been with.
Yeah.
I mean, he was at the time when I was more in my prime as well.
Yeah. Did your life change drastically after this, especially where you've come from? Because you mentioned you had nothing in the bank and suddenly you've been offered 50 grand.
Yeah, of course it did massively. I moved to Manchester. I've just had a young newborn. So yeah, it was my life was changing anyways. And my boy, 17 now. So yeah, everything changed massively for me. Obviously I didn't have money worries like families do. I could go to the shop, then look at the price, I'll have this, I'll have that, do you know what I mean? Yeah. Wish I looked at the things a bit better, but I didn't. I had a good life, do you know what I mean? So
that's good. Did the pro game feel different mentally from amateurs?
Oh, 100%, yeah. It's completely different. When you're in the amateurs, there's 10 of us together every week, or 11 of us every week, doing everything together all the time. And then you're with pro people you never met. You go to shows, people you don't met. I'm looking after you tonight, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. You gotta do this, you gotta do that. Someone's more professional, but he's at the level I was at. But you just turn pro in one of the small shows, there's none of that there. Yeah. We had times, you're gonna get picked up at this time, do not be late. Make sure you're at the front of the hotel for this time getting picked up. Yeah. Everything was done professionally. You got told you're fighting in 25 minutes as an amateur, you just go there, fight when you fight.
Yeah. What surprised you most about professional boxing?
The gloves, the gloves, like so small.
Yeah. Is a big difference. So
massive to the amateur. Only 2 months in weight. But with the amateurs, the weight's all here. With the pros, it's all here.
Okay.
So like when you're hitting and then you have to, as a pro, you do now as an amateur, your hands get taped and bandaged. So they're already quite hard. And you feel like getting balls.
Yeah.
Mad, yeah.
Yeah, you mentioned that you had a good life. Would you say money changed your lifestyle quickly?
Lifestyle, not me, my lifestyle definitely.
Yeah, and how did it change?
Like, but just saying that is I'll party and everything. So if I went out on a party, I'd have to go, I got work on Monday, I have to go home. Or I'm running out of money, I've got to go home. Dad didn't come into it. Yeah, lads, come on, we're going all day, I'll pay for them. It's like that stupidness.
So you said that when you was an amateur, you had the right people around you. Did you have the same people around you as a professional?
Not at the beginning, no.
Okay.
I had a good list, don't get me wrong. I only find I'm a coaching. I've never met anyone more dedicated to the game than him as a coach. But obviously, I was already on a bad path, I had a bad husband family. And I just couldn't really live in Manchester. Like, it just wasn't for me, sort of thing. Just split up with my partners up there on my own. A few friends up there, like, and I just work guy and stuff like that, just a bit like stupidness. Yeah. At the beginning, just towards the end of it, I had to get out of Manchester. I went to London for a little bit, but London was just worse. It was just on my own up there. I had no family up there, friends. So I had to leave there. And then back to Birmingham with Tom training, and he got me back on the straight and narrow. Okay. I would have retired, I reckon, if he went there.
Okay. Did anyone tell you no at this time, honestly? Like, was people telling you no, don't do this?
Yeah, it was my brother. I was always on my case. He'd come and pick me up. What you doing here? Get home. I was pulling me out of places, something like that. So yeah, I knew I was just going through a really bad patch.
Did you struggle with discipline once structure changed?
Yeah, I do. I struggle with discipline. Yeah, I was not easily led, but it was something I'm doing, so I had to go and do it, like sort of things. But my brother Tom and they kept me on the straight and narrow. And I struggled a bit, because like I said, I've got money I never had. I could do what I wanted. So not like be up at women.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I'd really be thinking, get up and throw them at you.
Yeah.
You'd be like, yes, we're going to take her out tonight, or I'll go meet her here, something like that.
So would you say you was more disciplined as a pro and amateur, or as an amateur?
Amateur 100%, but don't get me wrong, when I'm doing well as a pro, I was disciplined. I used to live with Tom Train, my coach, more or less. Like everything, we didn't go anywhere. I just gym home, PlayStation, telly.
Oh, yeah. Okay. And how hard is it to stay focused when you're naturally talented? Because at this time, you must have thought that you were special. How hard was it to stay focused?
I didn't run that hard because I knew I had to train. I knew you had to be fit.
Yeah.
So the times where I had probably lost 4 fights. I did lose 4. But the only one better to beat was Kell Brook. The rest of them, I thought I beat the Italian kid. I thought I beat him. A lot of people did. They lost to Egginson and the Spanish kid. I just didn't train from. Just weren't bothered. Yeah. But more or less the same. Not because of my discipline, not because of how good I was. I just weren't asked. So I was getting paid well. I thought, yeah, go on.
Yeah.
People for the money.
Well, do you think the hunger stopped?
Hunger left after. Definitely, yeah. I couldn't be bothered then. I was never focused after that properly. Yeah. Never fully committed. I just done it to do it.
Alright, yeah. You was in Frank Warren's first headline show, making your first defense against Jason Welborn.
Yeah.
This fight shocked a lot of people. What really happened?
With Welborn?
During this fight, yes.
I beat Welborn up comfortably, didn't I?
Yeah.
I remember the offer. I've just beat junior weight for the week, so. And after the fight, they're going, you can fight Welborn next. I went, Welborn? Yeah, no problem. Good money. More double than what I got for Witter. So I was the champion. It's like, yeah, I'll box well. I didn't rate him at all. I remember watching him fight a few weeks before. I said, would you fight him? I said, yeah, not a problem.
And walk us through this fight.
Yeah, I remember at the press conference, like, I think he had 11, 110 stopped 5, it could have been, or 6. And I had like 13, 1. He had 9 wins, so he could have 10 won 9, stop 5. And man, I had like 12 won, 13 won 13, stop 10. And I remember him coming with all this aura about him. And I remember saying to me, you mad? I said, how are you going to beat me? You're not even a puncher. I've knocked out more people than you've had fights. I remember saying it to him. And I think it just hit on him like, and he was like that bully, strong fighter, trying to break you up. But I could just see everything coming here. And that was my best performance. I was catching stuff, coming back, landing, moving. I remember in the 6th round, I caught him with a really good body shot. And at the end of the 6th round, he went, I seen him like really breathing. I said to him, mate, you're fucked. I'm only just getting warmed up, mate. And I reckon that broke him. Okay. And the next round, I got him out of there.
How old was you at this time?
25, 26.
25, 26, okay.
Like 26, yeah.
From this fight, you still had an unbeaten record. Did you feel unstoppable at this stage?
Oh, like I was up there, yeah. I thought I was ready for big titles, big things, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, then. During the fight, what opportunities did you see in your opponent that you could expose to get the knockout?
I just kept seeing him make mistakes, and when people make mistakes, you just got to counter them and answer them mistakes.
Was he just obvious for you?
It didn't like any big head. I was just levels above him.
Just levels above him.
And I think he struggled with safe force. Even when I sparred him years after, like, he was all strong as fuck, could bang. But I think I just had to come back. Sometimes you got that style, and I think his style was made for mine.
No, fair, okay. In 2015, you challenged IBF welterweight champion Kell Brook. Can you walk us through this fight mentally?
Yeah.
During and after?
I asked for the fight. I wrote Kyle. Well, Eddie Hearn, he was on telly. I was fighting Timothy Bradley in America for an eliminator. So I had a big fight lined up. And I remember Kell Brook, seen him on telly. I was at a show. And we've got a voluntary defence shirt, we've got no opponent, so I just messaged Eddie Hearn on the spot. I'll do it. What you paying me? And then he's obviously mentioned it to Kell Brook. I remember we were roughly off. Kell Brook lost, seen him nod on to Eddie Hearn. And then they said, yeah, Kell, take it, what you want when he was. So I said something, he offered me a lot less. I said, not a chance. I said, I want this. Then we got the fight over the line. And then when I was there, the Wayne's like, he was the same size as me. So yeah, that big. Everyone saying how big he was. And then when I got in the ring, he was massive. Yeah, he must have put a lot of weight on. But he's the person I said was better than me. He had my number, like, he was catching me with everything. He was always like that little one step ahead.
Yeah.
It's just a good fight and it happens. And I just, like, that night I could walk out with my head out, I done my best to train hard and I just got beat.
Did you learn from this fight?
Oh, 100%, but at the same time I wasn't really bothered anymore. Got beat at the highest level, the hunger left. One of them.
Yeah. And was it, you said he was the best fighter, like?
Yeah, best boxer I fought ever as a pro. Now my record dealing as an amateur was the best. Yeah. Don't want to be Khan in the Olympic final. Don't really change. There's some one step ahead special.
Okay.
When I got out of the ring, I remember him saying to me, I was only 19, like I said, you're good, very good. Keep at it.
Yeah. And was your preparation for the camp, was it good, would you say?
Yeah, for Brook, yeah, done everything you should have done. I lived a life, yeah, but it's one.
Okay, right then. Did that loss affect you, your confidence, long term?
No, I just was 30 years of age probably. So close to that, I just can't be bothered anymore.
Okay, alright then. And how do fighters process public criticism, the press? I know around this time, people, social media, they probably tend their back.
I used to really struggle with that. Like, criticism, I hated it. Moving I boxed Denton for sale, he was 20 and 0, I was 15 and 0. I messaged him on Twitter, do you want to fight? Like, I just directly private, I said, what you saying, you're a Commonwealth champion, I'm British. He just knocked my brother-in-law out as well, Ronnie Efrain. He was probably 14 and 0, he was a good fighter coming up. Yeah. And he was only 10 and 0 actually, he took the fight well. He got mismanaged, to be fair. He's 10 and 0, he got took up. When he took the fight, I thought he's mad taking his fight. He's still a baby. He ain't long been in, I don't think he ever had a fight in 8 games close before that fight.
Okay.
It was always 10 because he's always put everything, just far too early for him. And I remember after thinking I'll beat for self, so I messaged him, got it over the line. Then there's a thing called Eastside Boxing Forum. So I'm on it, like, it's like 85% to him, 15% to me on the poll.
Yeah.
And everyone's going, yeah, he's too strong. I remember writing on it, listen, you best all come and apologise to that. I was on it, so they all knew I was. Come and apologise to me tomorrow morning when I beat him up tonight. Yeah. Make sure you all come and say we were wrong.
Yeah.
And someone ran it, he can't be that confident for no reason. And then I beat him up, I stopped him in 7 rounds, I broke his jaw.
Yeah.
And the next day everyone said, yeah, well done, we were wrong.
Yeah. You said you struggled with the press. Like, why?
No, not the press. Could I see that?
Why did you struggle with that?
The people who don't know boxing are saying you crap, you idiot. And I'm thinking, freak mad. And people saying you ain't this, you ain't that. But you're proving yourself over and over again. I always used to get in my head a bit.
Okay. Were there issues outside the ring people didn't see? Because you mentioned that it's just
with one of my family members when it happened and it just completely changed my life, to be fair.
Yeah.
And that one, and then obviously I used to party a bit. No, I wasn't really a drinker, but I just do other things which just weren't the right things to do, you know what I mean? So
Okay. Did you ever have a fight where you knew you weren't 100%?
Girls I fought him in Liverpool. I was out on the Sunday.
Okay.
I remember Friday to the Sunday the week before, and I remember I was walking into that ring to put in the black box, and I started calling you all your accolades, what you've done.
Yeah.
And I reckon if I'd never done that, I wouldn't have walked out. I reckon I would have walked the other way when I knew I wasn't fit, I knew I messed around with the way. But just for the fact that I was determined and wanting to win, we had an absolute tear up for 12 rounds, started it off. And I should have really just boxed that off and played with him, but it just went out the window and just went out of war with him.
Okay.
That's when I realised then I've got to get my ass together.
Yeah. And how old was you?
27.
Okay, alright. How dangerous is boxing when you don't prepare for a fight?
Listen, it's the worst for you. You get this whole kill, can't you? You're going to be getting punched in the head. As long as you're tough and you're strong, you're going to stay there and keep getting punched in the head. And I was tough and strong, so yeah, it's dangerous. Gotta live it, gotta be determined. And most of you gotta do it right. You don't need to be taking punches or unnecessary punches. Some people are not as good as others, so they have to take one. Put your hands up, take as many guns, gotta take them in the face.
Yeah. Did these losses ever make you question continuing your career?
I didn't. I won that fight with Ronald Hope, but not my career. Like, as an amateur, you should have lost it. It'd be the end of the world. As a pro, I don't know why. I think we all family issues and that. I wasn't really that bothered as much as I used to. When I lost the European title on my first loss, that hit me bad because I thought I won as well, and everyone there thought I won.
Yeah. Did you feel judged more harshly than others in your career, in your professional career?
Yeah, I was judged because I was the only ever world champion, but it wasn't harshly warranted.
Yeah. You've spoken openly about partying. What were you escaping at the time?
I wasn't really escaping. There's women, weren't there? Stuff like that. I was enjoying it like a prat.
Yeah.
But you don't realise that's always there. Don't have to while you're in the prime, you're the highlight of your career. Do it after.
Yeah. How easy is it for boxers to self-destruct?
Oh, don't boxers, anybody. Anybody can self-destruct.
Yeah.
In any sport or any profession. So I think don't because you're a boxer, you can self-destruct. You can have everything going for you, and then the wrong people around you one night. So let's go and do this, let's go and do that. Man.
Do you think discipline beats talent in boxing every time?
When it didn't, did it? I mean, I used to win things when two were trained harder, but in the long run, yeah, definitely you need to train and live the life. If you want to be the best, you got to keep living that life.
Were there moments you regret not taking boxing more seriously?
Oh, 100%, yeah. I have loads of regrets in boxing, but even like signing with people, taking fights I shouldn't have, making decisions I shouldn't have made. No, but like I said, when you first start, you don't know what you know now. The things I know now, I can pass them on to fighters.
Yeah.
Like in the ring and outside the ring experiences, don't do this, do this. So yeah, there's a lot, loads to be fair.
Yeah. Do you feel pressure to live a fight image?
Oh.
The reason why I say this is because in 2025 you had a bare knuckle fight. What made you want to do this?
To be honest with you, the money, mate, the money was good. Okay, even trying. The money was good, I just didn't even. Now I'm training for a few licensed fights now.
Yeah.
And I am training, like then I did train.
How did you feel about that loss in the bare knuckle fight?
Like I'm a 4-year-old man, I won't training, I won't. It is what it is, and he don't care. I didn't even hear much about it, to be fair.
So he wasn't really bothered about it?
He messaged me about having a box match. He goes, come on, I'll beat you. I said, man, I don't care. I'm a 4-year-old man, you're a young man, who cares? Don't know, pressure me into a fight. I would box him tomorrow, and I'd beat him tomorrow in the box ring. He knows I'm 12, I reckon, deep down.
Yeah.
But it wasn't about that. It was more like, are you trying to, you not doing? But I'm not embarrassed, I don't care, I didn't train. When I went in my fight, I was fully committed 100%. I still thought I was going to win, don't get me wrong. But I just didn't. So I put any other thing on. And I would have like been hard. When I went down, I just wasn't bothered. Like, it was just mad.
Okay. What would you do differently if you could rewind time?
Live a better life. I make correct positions. Listen to people around me, like Tom Cheney, my brother and that. Listen to things they said instead of thinking I know best.
Have you got any more fights coming up in this year?
Yeah, I'm doing an exhibition with Rendell Munro next month. He's a boxing big man, European champion.
Okay.
That's keeping me going. Like, it's good now, but I'm not at the level I ever was, and I probably won't get back to that level. Okay. So I'll enjoy it for a year or two, and then I'll stick to beyond the ropes and the coaching.
All right, though. And how hard is life after boxing mentally?
Oh, I was broke. I was drink the drugs. I was messed up. From having something to live all your life, I was getting jobs like labouring. I just couldn't do it. Go and put this together, put that together, and I didn't know how. I've never done something like that. Like, now I've got a security door badge now, and I'm on the railway, and I'm learning as I go on. But I mean, I'm realising now boxing is not going to happen anymore. So I'm going to bring money on the table. Yeah. So I've got to bring money on the table for my kids. So now it's easier now.
Yeah.
More focused and disciplined in life.
What does success mean to you now today?
Yeah, it means everything, doesn't it? You want to. I love it. Remember, say you're still the only ever world amateur champion as well. Give you a little thing on your shoulder. It's good because no one else has done it.
Yeah.
It didn't come by fluke. It come by hard work.
Would you say you're at peace with your career?
Yeah, of course, gotta be, yeah. I still done well. Yeah. British Commonwealth champion, like top 5 in the world. I still done well. I just didn't get to one. Amateur's the best ever, my opinion, or up there with the best fighters. I'm definitely in the top 5 British amateurs ever. A lot of people say I'm the number 1. At them years when I was doing that, I think I was unbeatable. See, I'm up with it. I'm fine with it. Let's move on in life.
Yeah. What lessons did boxing teach you the hard way, would you say?
And the hard way, discipline. It's be around people, respect others, respect everyone, and if they're good or bad. So I mean, just a different perspective on life. I was out doing no good, and then all of a sudden I'm a person who wants to go to the gym every night.
Do you still love boxing?
I love boxing, yeah. I never not loved boxing. Don't like some of the decisions I've seen in boxing and some of the way boxers are treated, but as a whole I love boxing, yeah.
Yeah.
I'd love if I had a kid who wanted one of my children want to box, I'll fully support him and back him. Or if I didn't like it, I'll tell him no.
How do you want to be remembered today? How do you want to be remembered as a fighter?
Just a boxer. I'd fight anyone. I'd show up and I'd do my best.
Yeah. What advice would you give young fighters with huge talent today?
Live the life, stay disciplined, but also make sure you got someone around you who knows what they're doing. Someone you trust who ain't gonna do you wrong. My coach, like I try to avoid most coaches. What you getting paid? Because they get their 10%. He wouldn't even ask. Obviously, every time I fight, he gets a piece of paper at the way, and I'd always give it him to look after for me. Where other fighters probably won't do that. I trusted him, and on the piece of paper explained what I got paid. So, but he didn't care. He never ever once said, "What are you getting paid?" Just for me, what are you getting paid? I'd just pass him the paper. He could see himself, but if he wanted to, we never spoke about that. And when I got paid, I'd put the money in his bank. Didn't questions, no questions asked. Just make sure you got someone you trust, stay disciplined, and enjoy it.
Yeah. Are you happier now than during your career, would you say?
No. I love it. You're boxing, you're loyal, and you got that. The fight, like, nothing meets the fight game when you're involved in it.
Yeah. So what's next for Frankie Gavin then?
Probably coaching.
Coaching?
Yeah, I'm coaching at me. I've got a pro called Liam Carey.
Yeah.
He's a pretty well-known man doing last season. He's now 1-0 as a pro. So yeah, we're going to see what happens with him, but hopefully big things.
All right then. Is there anything people misunderstand about you that you want to put out there?
Sometimes I say things and like I think people take it the wrong way. Yeah, I'm just always having fun really, always having a bit of a joke and a laugh. Wow. Don't take me too seriously.
Yeah, that's the message that you want people to know. Like, all right then. Do you feel British boxing used you properly?
Yeah, British boxing, I got my own, everything was done well by me, everything was done professional. Boxing as a whole, yeah, we were in a good place.
Yeah. I've got one question for you. Would you let your own child box today?
100%, yeah, if he wanted to. I wouldn't force it. I got 4, but I think this one now, Mark's mum's professional boxer as well, she's 7 now. Yeah. So this one might be the one who comes with the ropes.
How old is he?
4.
He's
4 years. He's a bit mad like me, he's a bit nuts like.
Yeah.
So who knows?
All right then. And would you say your family keeps you grounded today?
Yeah, I got no choice to keep myself grounded, but yeah, they would if I was going off the rails or did it wrong, yeah, 100%.
Yeah. And who is Frankie Gavin without boxing?
He's a father. He's a father to 4 children and he's a partner to his wife. Somebody just a normal person.
Yeah. All right, thank you for doing this interview with me, Frankie Gavin. Hopefully, all the best for your career. Cheers, the coaching career, and you like it. Thank you.
This is Big Shot TV YouTube channel. Please don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe.